What up, what up, what up? Gozy here, and welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, got a day off. Old lady's home watching the kid, and I figured it'd be a good day to try to get something done. All right, if you've seen the last video, we got the V running, and this is in for fuel system, clutch, and a bunch of other smaller stuff. I know I'm going to be rerouting the lines in the engine bay, putting a catch can in there. All right, already got the car in the air, and I am going to be taking the rear wheels off and starting the process of getting the transmission, differential, torque tube, all that out. Exhaust is in the way, so that'll be coming off first, along with the trans tunnel, and then we'll have access to the torque tube bolts. I love getting my hands on that NAC6, right? These are a lot easier than say something like this, right? So this is kind of like a breath of fresh air, rinse and repeat, nothing that we haven't done a thousand times before. So gonna be in here just probably cracking the cold one and just trying to have a little bit of fun with it. It's kind of musty out here. All right, got the bead welded on our intake, so I want to take this out later tonight to Mexico and resume making some hits. Hopefully the beads hold, it doesn't blow off the charge pipe, and we can make a full pull. Our first full pull since the new setup. All right, so 12-to-1 compression, 30 pounds of boost, F1X car, 442 cubic inch. And right now I still have it turned down. Still got it turned down. Probably not gonna put any ice in the tank today. Really, I'm just dialing in the fueling, and then taking it from there. Probably turn it up within the next few weeks, read the plugs, see what things are looking like. All right, enough talking. I'm gonna get to work, put this camera down, and check in with y'all as we get a little bit of progress going. All right, stick around. Got the rear wheel off, and I'm doing the exhaust, and I got a lovely surprise. Prior owner had this area spot welded, I'm guessing due to a lot of exhaust leaks. Still didn't fix the issue, but now the problem is I gotta grind that down just to even get the axle back to come off. Fun stuff. Not to put the current owner on blast, but just helping him document the stuff that he's gonna have to rectify if he's trying to make some actual good power. A lot of this stuff is all fucked. There's a choke point here, another choke point there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Same thing here. This is like a 2-inch almost. Same thing up here. And then here's the rest of the exhaust. I got the clamp off the headers. That doesn't look to be spot welded, so it shouldn't be an issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and grind this area down just to get the axle back on the driver's side off. Went ahead and I undid the 5 bolts holding the torque tube to the bell housing. We are inside now to disconnect the shifter. And yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Prior owner just did anything. See here, this was like that. Not even threaded in at all. Not even sure if that's gonna go in. Okay, it does go in. So that was loose. This was also loose. Luckily, I can tighten those down later. I don't ever have to mess with those to get this shifter box out. It's only just these 3 bolts right here. I believe they're a T40. We got set up already. So once I take this out, I can then start undoing pretty much the subframe from the car, the upper control arms, brake line, all that good stuff. And then we'll be ready to drop this torque tube, trans and diff assembly in no time. But yeah, man, it never ceases to amaze me the kind of shit that I see working on these cars. It's like, damn, you can tell that anybody can really just buy these cars and do whatever the fuck they want to do to it. I mean, I think just seeing how the exhaust looked kind of like painted that picture of, okay, it's already given a vibe of a lot of corners were cut with this car. So Hopefully we can get some of that stuff straightened out. I know it's always difficult to bring your car to the shop, and then you get a lot of recommendations like, hey, this is what I would change and stuff. So hopefully current owner complies in this ball game. He's looking to get the sticker, and I don't know if it doesn't leave how it's supposed to. I don't know, you might not get that sticker. I'm sorry, but y'all gotta represent my business properly. All right, and then even with the shifter box, look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. You can see it's like a whole bunch of shaving, and I don't even know what brand this is. Like, it almost looks like it might not be C6 specific, because it's like a whole lot of modifications were done. Let me flip this camera around. Especially like back here, you can see some more of the shaving that I was talking about. So I don't know. Shit is weird. Shit is weird. All right, taking out our shifter box now. There she goes. That's what that looks like. Let me know what brand this is, because I'm gonna doubt that current owner knows as well. There's no etching on it. It does use the factory lower shifter box. Good stuff. Yeah, no, there's no etching on it. Put that down and keep trucking. All right, we're pretty much done in the car. Now we're gonna go back under and start doing the front stuff. All right, stick around.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing, you good. All right, so we, I think last time I was recording, I had just got the interior part, getting ready to drop the differential transmission torque tube assembly. Did that a couple hours ago. Anthony ended up showing up for a drop-in fuel pump. Here's a stock unit here. And we replaced it with a pretty much a Walboro 525 liter per hour. And throw it back in the stock housing. Did a modification just to get a little bit more fuel flow. And now getting ready to drop her in. All right, and I'll be pretty much doing the same thing with the customer car as well. Literally the same pump. I think his is in here. Yep, right here. All right, and then pretty much once we get his running, I'll be assembling later tonight at Mexico, and then I'll be separating torque tube from trans, and then rebuilding that, and then taking the bell housing off the motor. All right, come on. Ugh, what a day. Yeah, I was just like, look, bro, Yeah. I think that's Tech Performance. I forgot what brand I'm running, but yeah, it's billet as well. Just not the fancy red color. MGR car. I still haven't posted the run that you had with that twin turbo Mustang. I'll probably post in this video.
Oh, that white Mustang wants it tonight.
Oh yeah. Wait, you spoke to him? Because that's one that I said that I want to see you run.
Andrew just texted me. He said, that white Mustang's looking for it.
Bro, we got a fucking, it's an NA Mustang.
I'm not hard to find.
And he beat a single turbo 5.3 Corvette, but I'm pretty sure he's spraying. But I'm also pretty sure that the vet isn't set up right. He's been wanting me to tune him, and I told him that I would cue him in the schedule. I just haven't made time for him. There's a lot of cars that are in the schedule right now.
Just buy it.
Yeah.
A couple months ago.
Yeah. I still got to tune our boy Kenny. He has the white G8.
LS3 swap.
So I have another one in Maryland that I've been putting off as well. I'm not sure how serious he is about sending the car. But I know we talked about it, just looking for like a whole bunch of work, pretty much like taking it from stock to full bolt-ons. Here's the tank here. All right, we forgot the rope. So you can pretty much put that down because we're not gonna need it anytime soon until we get this spot tied. Yeah, so what I do is I pretty much tie the tube in for the return line. I tie it and I leave the rope hanging out. Set the fuel bucket in, and then that way I can then like pull those line up and then attach them, because you can attach them before you put the bucket in, and then once the bucket's in, it's kind of hard to reach it as well. So it's just something I've been doing for years, and it always works out pretty good.
want to trade it?
Yeah.
Let me show you how much shit can cost.
Okay. I got to button up the garage now. Got parts everywhere. Hey, do you want to take your stock shit? Nah, bro. Go ahead. I'm about to go shower. Here's your stock shit.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay.
You got everything? Phone, keys, wallet?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Yeah, I got to send all this shit out. Separated the torque tube from the rest of the drivetrain. Dropping fuel pump on this. 525. It's already neat for it and they set up. Like, no need to overcomplicate it.
Are you good?
Yeah, go ahead. What's going on with that? I got you. Go ahead and pull up some.
No, I said pull up some.
So far, I haven't even been like all the way on the gas. We brought the V out, finally making hits on it, dialing it in. So far, so good. 3-staged, defueling on it, and not too far off. Leanest we got was like a 13.2, which is definitely on the leaner side. So added fuel, trying to bring that down to like the high 11s, and the map looks to be trending because at first. The first hit we made, it almost looked like the map stayed stagnant. So I'm like, I might have belt slip, but nah. That was just me not being all the way on the gas. Even with this hit, like y'all can see, I'm averaging about 74-73% throttle, and like almost like at the top end, I start like really not being in it. So just a little nervous. But we got the spark pulled out of it. Right now we're at 12 degrees of spark. All right, and just what it does. Hopefully we can get a cameraman to record on the pool, see what happens. I wish I could like also get one for the gauge as well, because I want to see what it's maxing out at boost wise. But I mean, I could always use the math here. 185 kPa. I want to say that's right around like, I want to say that's like 12, 13 pounds of boost. But I can look at it later. We'll make a full hit this time as long as fueling stays where it should be. So I'll wrap it out to about 7,000 RPMs and see what happens. It kind of got squirrely on this on the last hit too though. So these tires ain't it, but we're making it work. Maybe they'll act a little better with a little bit more heat in them. All right, with that being said, crank it up and pass the laptop off. Yes, sir. That was just a small hit for reference, for my reference. I sort of think I was on the gas. I don't know what is going on with me. It's like a mental thing, dog. Where it's just like, for some reason, I don't know. I'm just okay. That was 80%. Okay, so that when I was on the gas, I was on the gas. Fueling looks close. That was lot better than 13.2. Trending.
God damn
That's a cop right there.
it. Right where?
Other side. Still a little bit on the leaner side. I think the last set, it looked like we were averaging 12s. So there's a chance that the car might be out of pump. I know prior owner said it has a 4 double, and perhaps that double is just not enough. So we'll see. We might do an auxiliary bump. Maybe it might go with the 4 triple. But this hit will tell us everything that I need to know. So we'll see how it goes. Right now, duty cycles are at 81%. So, I don't see it being where I want it to be by 90%. But we'll see. The last hit was also at 190 something kPa. So roughly about 14, 15 pounds of boost. So right where we want to be at with the LS7. Time and put out of it, right now we're at 12 degrees.
Alright, that was pretty good.
Woo! I don't know if it's me, but for some reason in the V, it feels like you're going faster than you really are. That was a very clean hit. I was about to say, but nah, definitely. Everyone clean, a little lean. So yeah, definitely out of pump. We're definitely out of pump. You guys can see that. 95% duty cycle, and still on the leaner side. Jeez, you definitely laid in that one, didn't you? 12 degrees, so that ain't gonna hurt nothing. I would have hated to see this on a spicier tune, but right now we got a lot of power pulled out of it, just for that safety reason. So yeah, V is definitely out of pump. This confirms it. Okay, and we actually hit 200 kPa on that last hit. I want to say that's like 16 plus pounds of boost. Damn, this kind of sucks. Put them on order and put it somewhere on the list. Right now we are tied up with we got a car in the garage and we got a couple more coming in. Damn, so it was pretty much out of pump right around 5,400 RPMs. Started losing pressure, duty cycle climbs, and fuel mixture just not richer. Good shit. You can see it here. Fuck! How the fuck this shit make power on the dyno? Somebody is lying. Somebody's lying. It's been about 2 weeks since I was last in the garage. I had to watch the last thing that I recorded just to even try to remember the last thing I was talking about. So we're back in the garage. Transmission differential still out. I had to just take a short pause from the car stuff, sort of. But we're back at it now. Thank you, Drew, for being patient. It's been about 2.5 weeks since the car got dropped off, and I pretty much took it apart in like one day and then haven't touched it since then. Like I said, we're back in the garage now. I went ahead and I already rebuilt the torque tube. We went with Tech Performance billet couplings. Here's the rear, and up here is the forward. And still got to put the clutch in. I'm not sure if I already covered it, but RST, not the RXT, but just the RST. I think this is good for like 800. I always feel like McLeod always undershoots their horsepower / torque ratings on his clutches. It should hold. It's a it's an NA setup. So even when he boosts down the line, as long as it doesn't make like over 1,000 horsepower, I think he'll be fine. So right now I'm getting ready to then slap torque tube, well, the drive shaft back in the torque tube, reattach the torque tube on the transmission over here. Go ahead and put the clutch in, and then that'll be ready to slap on. Actually, I lied. I did already swap out the fuel pump. Went with a 525 liter per hour Hellcat pump. I already put it in. So I'm actually gonna do the clutch, put the driver's side fuel tank back on, and then go ahead and then put this in. Plan is to have this car, it is Thursday night. I'm gonna put in the late shift. I wanna have it where guaranteed tomorrow this car should be running. So I'm probably not gonna be going to sleep until I have drive shaft in the torque tube and clutch replaced. I'm gonna call it a night there, and then tomorrow just literally just put the fuel tank in and then throw the rest of the drivetrain on, and that should be it. That should be it. It is now Friday, just getting up. Made some good progress last night. Didn't record, so I'm about to give y'all a quick rundown. We got the clutch, got the old one out and replaced. I'm gonna fit this around. Along with the pilot bearing, he was running factory style slave with the plastic support, so we upgraded that. This is the one that I took out from the new slave. Here are the factory couplings. Battery fuel pump is in there. I'm not sure what else is in this box. I think that's about it. Got the new one mounted. I still haven't torqued it, but take performance. Bearing support. Where's my flashlight? I'm messy in here, but we'll get it together. Oh yeah. Here's a clutch. Mounted and torqued. McLeod RST. And I am about to throw the bell housing on. Where is it? Right there. Throw the bell housing on. Mount the starter and start throwing this car together. Put the starter back on. I was having a little bit of issues getting the bell housing out of this car for some reason. It was a little bit more tighter. And yeah, fuel pump. I mean, not fuel pump. Fuel tank still got to go in, so I'll be doing that next. And after that, button up the stuff that I took apart, both inside the car and in the engine bay. And probably wait for a second set of hands to help me push the transmission in while I align it into the splines up here. I've done it myself before, but I'm getting old. I don't got time for all that. We've got the fuel system done. Tank is back up. Bell housing is back on, and getting ready to put this trans back in. Waiting for one of the boys to show up to help with that. I figured knock out injectors while I'm at it. Upgraded to FIC 1200 cc. So I'm about to lube these up, slap them into the fuel rail. Probably put intake on first. Bolt that down. I want to give the heads a clean wipe. I let the owner know that he's going to have to replace his koi packs. I'm pretty sure these are from 06. I think this is a 06 car. It might be a 07. Original. And they're pretty dry rotted. Passenger side, pretty bad as well. Amongst other stuff, I know essentially all of his injector plugins, a connector, were cracked, and probably the owner just like zip tied them shut. They zip tied them, so he doesn't want to replace them for now. So I'm probably gonna end up having to re-zip tie it, but I don't know, it just looks a little janky. Got the new belts. He broke his AC belt somehow, so I had to figure out which sizes is gonna fit best because he's running the 10% under. So I got a couple sizes, and mount the one that, like I said, fits best. Also got 17 belt as well. replacing that. Got the headers tacked and out of the way for now. I got 3 bolts started so far. Give me enough room to get the torque tube get the torque tube mounted, and keep trucking. So like I said, injectors, button up this front section, and then once one of the boys show up, we'll throw drivetrain, transmission differential assembly in, button that up, and honestly, after that, I don't know what is left. Obviously, the interior, get that situated, and then let them drive around for a little bit, see how many miles they can put on this sucker in one day. Because I know he said he wants to be able to make hits by tonight. Crazy. So we'll see what happens. All right, stay tuned. Dang, close as shit. All right, a couple of the boys showed up. We got a Manifold on the camera. 4G Drew, Anthony with the black C6 over there. And we're getting ready to put this transmission in now. Got everything pretty much in line. About to start jacking it up. I already have the input in the bell housing. So pretty much just start jacking up the rear end, and I'm gonna guide it into the splines on the clutch disc, and then into the pilot bearing. Close that up, button up this rear section. He blew a transmission line on the way here, or the day prior. So literally got here, trans was bone dry. That's why we got the case of rolling purple over there. So we'll be servicing that. So literally button this up, and then we gotta figure out where the leak is coming from. It wasn't obvious because it's like everything under there is just wet. So I might have to just run the car just to pinpoint where the leak is. I try to like look all through the lines and couldn't really find anything. And the only thing left would be, so that, I'll just find the leak. And instead I went to the store to get the 3/8 lines for the catch can. This is how I ended up doing it. I got them mounted next to each other. Over there. And so we'll put the camera down, probably check in with y'all once we got the transmission mounted and buttoned up like the rest of the suspension and stuff like that. All right, stay tuned.
Base map. He's just like, nah, you're good.
All right. What are your predictions? We got the 2 757 McGrady Vets, MGR Productions. We got 4G Drew.
I think this one outside is fucking dead.
We got Big Ant.
Is what?
It's fucking dead.
Is dead?
It's like
Your shit's on Jackson.
that black one out there.
Your shit's on Jackson.
You know what's funny? Yeah, I definitely forgot that we made an injector change. I was like, nah, nothing changed with the motor. And then the fact that you thought it, but you just like, okay. It is currently, I think it's like 1 something. Just to be able to make it out here, ended up just buttoning the car up, having to put the camera down, just to be able to accomplish the mission. I've been out here putting some miles on the clutch and making some hits here and there. I think we put maybe like 150 miles or so on the clutch. And did the 93 tune, and now we're doing the 85, and this should be the last pull before I call it a night. I wonder if we're still out here because my car is open. You good? Should be getting started up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my shit from my car. What?